feel like
And welcome back to coverage of Pro Tour Return to Ravnica here from Seattle, Washington. In the booth, I am Marshall Sutcliffe. This is Brian David Marshall, and we are going to bring you a match between Alexander West, he is on the right side of your screen, versus Andre Müller. He is on the left. He's from Germany. Alex is from the United States. He's actually from Seattle. He lives here. And they're off to the races. We see, looks like Celestia on the left, and then another Izzet deck potentially for Alex.
Yeah, it looks like another Izzet deck. By the way, it's where you say off to the races, but there was a false start at the beginning of the race.
There was indeed.
Both players are playing with matte black sleeves, and there was some confusion about whose deck was in front of who, and I think Andre Müller drew a hand off of Alex's deck.
Yeah.
They lost track of who had whose deck.
That seems a little awkward, but it happens.
And Judge is familiar.
Right on time.
Oh, thank you, Andre.
What was it right on time, sort of?
You can hear Andre talking. Now, we had a pretty active turn for Alex on turn 3. He played an Izzet Key Rune into a Judge's Familiar.
Yeah.
No 5-mana sorcery then.
And you can hear Andre talking. This is my first time covering him on a video match, but he's quite a talker.
Yes, he is.
19.
He is subtitled.
I'm going
looks like a
rally a whole mess of goblins.
Oh, yeah.
I have some tokens.
Alex has some tokens.
I guess this isn't going to stand.
Looks good, yeah. My go?
I played a land.
Yeah, you did.
Yep. Okay.
We saw the big stacks of tokens that judges have. They have every conceivable token that could appear in Modern or in a limited.
Always prepared. So we see a turn 5 Palisade Giant here for Andre. Now, this is a card we don't think we've seen yet. I've played with and against it before, and it looks like Alex is going to take a quick review of it to make sure he understands it.
I think it got into play with Alex Magleton yesterday.
I think you might be right.
It's a tough card to play against.
It is a little weird, although in this position, yeah, it's just stopping everything, basically.
I mean, he can just eat
something.
He can just eat a guy every turn.
I mean, that being, well,
so what happens is any damage that would be dealt to you or your permanent is dealt to Palisade Giant instead.
Right. Now, what that
makes your creatures indestructible.
It kind of does. Now, the thing is that Alex could actually just kill the Giant if he wanted here. He's chosen not to, though.
Block it all.
Sure.
So it looks like he's going to use a burn spell of some sort to finish off the Giant.
Overloaded Electricity.
Overload Electricity is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So that was 5 and now 7, yeah.
Okay, 5, and then it's going to hit 1 to the Axebane Guardian and 1 to the...
Right, so the overload, so it gets an extra point. He gets
to
shut both points over. That's why you heard Andre say nice.
Nice, yep. I like that play as well. Alex also could have activated his Izzet Key Rune, but he would have lost it. Honestly?
Andre just says, crunch all you want.
Is that another one?
Yep.
All right, end step, is it Staticaster for Alex West? We have another one. That's funny.
Judge. This is a sideboard card.
Okay.
1 moment.
All right, so you guys could probably hear what Alex said. He called the judge over and he said, "Judge, this is a sideboard."
Man, this match is sloppiness left and right.
So, Alex, doing what you should do in that situation.
Absolutely.
Sideboard card.
The worst thing you can do.
It's very fair to
is
point it out.
try to
notice it and then pretend like it's not there.
We have their deck list.
Yeah, we have it in front of us.
They might have
Alex West isn't playing a cancel.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like...
Yeah, like Under the Lights, man. He really...
You know, I was actually really impressed by, I don't know if you watched the last Pro Tour in Spain, but where John declined a game loss for his opponent, and
it's because he's John. Like, I'd have taken it. The thing is this, John already is Hall of Fame, and he's got a ton of cash and stuff, and this is only going to mar his reputation.
This is interesting. We're getting the players' reactions of John
Well, it's
Finkel.
not negligible, but it's not that important, you know? You kind of don't want to be that kind of dude.
Yeah.
Where, me, I'd have
John
definitely been
Finkel's
yeah, this guy gets a game loss. You know?
Me, I'd definitely be that dude.
This is an infraction called decklist problem because you did not present a deck that matched your deck list.
Sure.
So you'll be receiving a game loss for that.
Sure. So, game 2.
Yeah, game 2. Please, be very careful in the future.
Yep.
Yeah, but there's no circumstance.
On the plus side, now you're cool, like John.
Reflect on Alex as, you know what I mean? It's not like it's not like it's brought to his attention by a judge.
Right.
He calls it on himself. There's no question of impropriety there.
That's right. Alex knew exactly what to do when he saw that happen. It does happen occasionally. Normally you check and double check, but everybody, you know, it happens. And the key is that you handle it correctly when it does happen. Now, you know, it's a tough thing to do. I mean, Alex just received a game loss, and, you know, that's not a fun thing to get. You don't want to be down a game, especially to a high-level player like Andre Müller, and you know, you don't like it.
Two Palisade Giants.
And with two Palisade Giants, although, you know, that being said, it's certainly much better than the alternative.
Yeah.
Ultra Pro is the leading manufacturer of trading card game sleeves and deck boxes. If you're looking for an official Return to Ravnica portfolios, card storage boxes, deck boxes, sleeves, and playmats, Ultra Pro has you covered. For more information, visit wizards.com/magic-merchandise. I did get a chance to see one card in Alex's deck, BDM. I don't know if you caught a glimpse of a certain architect.
Oh, I did not.
Yeah, he's got a
Planeswalker.
Yeah, he does. So maybe we're gonna get a chance to see Jace, Architect of Thought, doing a little
You're
work
the
in
moral
limited
victor
here.
for sure.
Yeah.
You're the moral victor
Just
for sure.
back table update. John Cuvier playing against Jarvis U, and John Cuvier has taken a one-game lead in that match.
Okay, and that's the text match for those of you.
I mean, the guild pin says that I should probably be the actual victor and forget about the moral victory, right?
Yeah, man. I think my guild pin out-evils you, though, right? On the spectrum of darkness.
So they're talking about their guilds, because even the highest level players love to get involved.
You're like kind of a light at the end of the tunnel sort of guild, you know?
Yeah,
it's just like
family values. Yeah.
Andre is Demir, and he says he's slightly more evil than Alex.
Not even slightly more evil. He's saying that like the arc of Orzhov is going to take you ultimately towards goodness, and he's like Demir is just wallowing in the depths. That's basically what he said.
Oh, you did get food.
Food is my undoing. I think I ran out to get food so fast that I...
Ah, nice, nice.
All right.
Okay, so you're going to play?
I will play.
That's what I thought.
Right. Hey, one of the distinctions, by the way, I mean, they talked about the Finkel match, but it's important to note that happened before the game began.
Yes.
And, you know, it wasn't in the middle. If that had come up in the middle of that game,
then it would have been too late.
Then there's no... And it wasn't John's decision. I mean, John was like, I don't want you to, I want to play the game.
Absolutely.
But John didn't impact that.
No.
That was the judge ruling.
That was the judge ruling, and that's a common judge ruling. If nothing has been affected by it, and you can say, wait, stop, judge, I need to do this, then you can usually get some type of resolution.
Okay, so we see a courier.
Yeah, right.
Crosstown courier, pretty unimpressive. He is going to just go ahead and attack, though, because there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
I will decline to chump block.
You mill too?
Yes, I do. You will get growing ranks.
I have to read this
and
card.
And on defenses. Oh, that was so good if I do all that stuff from the top right now. Gutter Snipe.
He is a talker, and Gutter Snipe comes down for Alex. So Andre's going to draw his card. He's going to play a land for the turn, and then he's going to decide if he wants to play a card or if he just wants to pass the turn back and eventually activate his Centaur.
Cool.
I see a Teleportal, a Bloodfray Giant, a Nivix Guild Mage, a Pursuit of Flight, and a Tenement Crasher. That's a pretty spicy hand, although sitting on 3 lands, a lot of it's going to get stuck.
Suit him up?
Ooh, no, I'm going to die.
He says, I'll suit him up.
For 4?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll go to 14.
So see what else is in your deck.
Okay, yeah. I got Forest, Plains, and Palisade Giant. You knew that much already.
All right
then.
Oh, it hits you. It mills equal to the amount of damage it deals.
Yes, it does.
I'll wait until it's in play. Last time I didn't get my toe. Bring a bird, too.
A couple of centaurs, a couple birds, maybe.
Andre.
Or maybe not. It could be like a bluff.
He's not holding anything back. He says he might be bluffing.
It could be bluffing a seller of Songbird.
Yes.
Well, I opened Palisade Giant, and I opened another Palisade Giant in pack 2. There was really nothing to do about it. Okay, my go then.
Yeah.
And speaking of Palisade Giant, he's got one in the yard. He's just drawing a Soul Tithe. He's got a Vassal Soul in his hand, a couple of lands as well. And a Seller of Songbirds, Slime Molding, and a Tristani's Judgment. So he's actually set up to go he's set up pretty well to go late game here.
And
Alex is looking to prevent that from happening because right now he is the aggressor.
Conley Woods down 1 game to Alex Magleton on the back tables.
All right, now that is a much-needed land off the top for Alex as he thinks about how he wants to craft the rest of this game.
Is that a Bloodfray Giant?
It is, yeah, and it's just, I think he's just going to attack with his 4-power guy and then play the Bloodfray Giant. The Teleportal starts to become the end game pretty quickly in these decks, in these Izzet decks. Right now, Andre's sitting at 14. If there isn't a block here, he's going to be at 10. I mean, if Alex just plays out the Bloodfray Giant and then hits a land, he can just Teleportal him the next game. Or the next turn, excuse me.
Ooh.
Bloodfray Giant unleashed.
He's going to pass the turn, actually.
Yeah.
I guess that's supposed to mean you unleash it.
It is unleashed.
Okay, yes.
So he actually has lethal right now.
Right,
He just needs to
Teleportal
hit a
deals
land.
2 from the Gutter Snipe.
Yeah.
+2 to each of the 3 creatures.
Yep.
So that's 8.
I do believe this is a good time for some Soul Tithe on this dude.
Okay.
All right, so he says, I do believe this is a good time for the Soul Tithe on this dude. So now Alex's plan is going to be changed significantly here. Very likely, he's going to pay for it and then just attack.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so on his upkeep, he does pay for the Bloodfray Giant, and now the Bloodfray Giant all of a sudden gets kind of expendable.
Tigers.
Yep.
And I think he's just going to attack with 1. Alex is very patient. I mean, Alex is sitting at 20 life.
Yeah.
Am I missing something? Oh, he tapped all his mana, so he can't give it flying. That's why. He needed an extra blue to give the his career flying.
But he can do that next turn.
Yeah, he can. But Andre actually took it and went to 9. So if Alex untaps and teleportals, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9 damage anyway. It's actually 10. He's going to get a Gutter Snipe activation out of the deal, and the pluses is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so it would be lethal. Now, this is a critical turn because Andre, while he wants to keep
5/5 Slime Token.
Yeah, he wants to keep doing this and making his board
Sorry,
bigger.
Judge.
All the tokens.
He's going to make a 5/5 token, and this should be game.
I'm going to get the token. And then,
Now, Andre could have decided to keep Tristani's Judgment up to play around Teleportal, but he said, you know what, I just need to keep making more stuff.
All right. Can I put this die on it to symbolize how big it is?
Sure.
Yeah, then.
All right, so now the guy's just going to die.
Okay.
And this
I
should
wonder
be
how many
game.
more tokens I can produce.
Draw?
Yeah.
So he's going to play Teleportal. Teleportal is going to get a Gutter Snipe activation, bringing Andre to 9.
Overloaded
to 7.
Teleportal.
Is it lethal?
Yeah,
Oh, it's
Gutter
lethal.
Snipe does 2 to you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yep, do 2 to you, you go to 7, and then you take
6,
That
10.
has been the best.
Yeah, you take 10
all day.
total. So that was it. So Alex was able to find the win. Again, with one of the cards that you and I have been talking about, Teleportal in the Izzet deck.
And if you heard at the end of that Alex question, that's the card that's been the best for me all day.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, he just said that.
Right?
It is a game winner, especially when you're talking about Bloodfray Giants getting in.
And especially when you're talking about some of the underwhelming guys you can find in Izzet, right?
there more than one
Like
card
the
for that?
Goblin Electromancer.
Yes, they just don't, and even the
Even your
Mythic Skill
static,
Mage.
even your
Richard
is it
Garfield
static
made some special
caster?
cards.
Yeah, he's
You know,
not that great, but you know what? He can attack.
right? He can attack. He doesn't have defender.
I've pursued a flighted Static Caster. Yeah.
You know, your Viashino ransackers, etc.
Scenario where you can get to use the token that's in your hand.
All right, we'd like to thank Card House Games for being an official card retailer here at Pro Tour Return to Ravnica. For all things Magic, Card House Games is one of the premier destinations on the internet. For more information, visit cardhouse.com. Yeah, Teleportal's is just very powerful. I've seen it in a lot of games. Now, there are times when it's not that useful, but the times when it is outweighs the times when it's not.
Right.
It's an extreme corner case.
Yeah, that used to work out.
So we have Patrick Cox and Billy Jensen on the back table also, and they're going into game 3.
Yeah, they're going to 3.
I get Wrath of God from your hand, you know, and then like in my upkeep I flip it face down, and then I transmorph again to be Faceless Butcher, and then it dies. Like, does the sorcery come into play?
Do you see?
This does not sound like a relevant limited question to me from Andre.
Not just making sure, because that used to be the crap that went on like not too long ago, even after 6th edition. Like of course, before 6th edition madness.
What was the one that's like?
He's obviously an enfranchised player. He says not too long ago, even after 6th edition.
Yes. Coming up, we have a new segment we're going to call Andre Müller's Recollections from the Jade Statue.
Well, but that's something else. Like,
now you guys get a look at Matt Tabak there. He's actually the rules manager in R&D at Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, I mean, he gets to decide all sorts of stuff.
He does.
You said he actually has the power to break relationships up, determine whether or not they get married.
Yeah, you ask him first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it okay? You have to ask permission.
He's also like 6'7".
Yeah.
So like you just kind of listen to what he says.
Does the opponent not get his card back? Or it doesn't come back.
Because it's the Fiend's ability.
I like that, you know, everywhere on the internet, they're like, wow, this is a very intense discussion about Mesmeric.
Right, that's true. Come on, you need to entertain the spectators during the shuffling your deck.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's not like the infinite shuffling of the finals from the other Pro Tour.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't bring that up around BDM.
It was hard
Alexander Hayne versus whatever? Like that Pro Tour?
No, it's the one with Junior Ianaga. Like, every time. Like,
now let's see if they can
pile
manage
shuffle
to not mix up their decks here.
You should just rule it out. No, seriously. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
did
legal to pile shuffle. If you only pile shuffle your deck, it's not shuffled. So like you need to, after you pile shuffle, you need to raffle shuffle so much that the pile shuffle didn't matter. Otherwise, it's still cheating. So why isn't it banned? But whatever.
You can tell he thinks about Magic a lot.
A lot, yeah. And he seems to have an opinion
Oh, yeah, a lot.
on everything.
A lot of opinions.
All right, I see 3 lander here for Alex, and that looks like a keep. And he even draws a second land, a second island. And let's see if Andre, no turn 2 play still.
No, his deck is like really that Palisade Giant control.
Palisade Giant. I mean, Palisade Giant basically takes one teleportal away from Alex.
Yeah, they really are. But you get to choose to go one way or the other.
Yeah, well, that's true. But like, kind of only one time, and then you can change your mind. This.
All the teleportals Alex has.
The teleportal.
Yes.
Okay. Axebane Guardian for Andre, so he's looking to do some big stuff early. We'll see how that works out for him.
Attack?
There's going to be an attack first. We did see Electricity in the short-lived game 1, and you know, Andre says, "Sure, show me an Electricity," and Alex says, "Just kidding."
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you see him fist pump? He's like,
no
"Yeah."
Electricity for you.
No.
And we even
not
hear
this
Alex
time.
mention
Sweet.
Electricity there.
So 2-1. I guess. Bum.
The intricate
You have
thought
5
process of a professional Magic player. Bum.
So I know you hate the Bellows Lizard.
Can't stand
Huh.
it.
Would you play Bellows Lizard in Izzet deck if you had like, you know, if it was like a teleportal deck?
No.
No.
Just
like
hits
even
for
just
2.
to get some.
Yeah, because I
beats
always
in.
tap out for teleportal. I'm doing it.
Just like to get some early
ASAP.
beats.
Nope. Not doing it. You're going to have to come up with something better than that.
Yeah. 4 mana.
All right, so he plays a gate,
what's
plays
down
4
when you
mana,
pronounce
and
it?
he's going
Go
to play, I
Karazda?
believe, just a Krozma monitor.
Nobody
there.
knows, right? I mean, I'm not a native speaker, so always it could be just me.
So,
He says he's not a native English speaker, but he speaks very, very well.
18.
and Alex is going to play a Blood Fray Giant.
Yeah, now
Unleash.
he does unleash it.
Unleashed it is.
All right, a 5.
You unleashed that.
I always unleash that. 5/4 with trample.
It was a weird night last night. We did a draft after, and there was all sorts of
that's
leashed
trample?
creatures.
Ugh.
It was so
It
weird.
just gives me the heebie-jeebies.
All
man.
sorts of situations where you had to leash them.
I'm a lover of freedom, man. Let them go. Let them run wild.
If they love you, they'll kill your opponent.
Yeah, that's the idea. All right, so Andre's taking a look at the situation here. He's got a land drop to make, and he's going to be able to untap with 6 mana. So he's got options.
Is that a Palisade Giant on the end?
That is definitely a Palisade Giant, but he's going to be patient, and he's going to not play it yet. He's going to lead off with a 5/5 Ooze token. Oh, a Tenement Crasher. That could be relevant later, but I think we're going to see a Giant take to the skies here. First things first, Judges Familiar.
Yeah. On time.
And, yep, it's a huge flying Giant. It's going to be 7 power, and he is going to give it flying.
Attack for 9.
And he's going to bash for
Go to
9. That is half of Andre's life total here.
And what's kind of important here is if Andre plays the Palisade Giant, 7 is the magic number that you want to get to.
Palisade Giant, if he can cast, and he can cast it here, is going to be a fog.
2 cards?
2.
It will enable an attack of 8, though, for Andre, because Alex's guys... Oh.
Okay.
He decided not to play it.
Okay.
He still has attacks, though. This is a tough spot. Remember, the Bloodfray Giant has trample. 7 power of trample in the air.
And some attacks.
Now, we see the play that Andre's setting up here. He's got Rootborn defenses in his hand. But against trample?
And there's an onboard trick in the Judges Familiar.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he can't actually...
He can't rely on
He can't reliably resolve that Rootborn defense.
He needs to be able to still be alive.
Exchange of turns.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 8 if I don't block.
Yes.
He says...
Well, so far.
8 so far if I don't block.
I could make it like 10, 11.
Yeah.
I guess I could make it like...
3, 6, 9.
The maximum that you could take in this format, I think, is 17. So you should be good to let it go.
It's right, 3 giant growth.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay, go to 12.
Yep.
Go ahead.
All right, Jarvis, you, and John Cavalier are now tied at 1 game each on the back tables. So Alexander West falls to 12. He draws a Goblin Rally. He's got a Tenement Crasher, and he still has a Rogue's Passage in his hand as well.
Actually...
But the 2-power attack, he cannot quite get enough. I think he's 1
What happens
short.
if he Rogue's Passages his
Drake?
His Guild Mage.
Okay.
And attacks with that, with the Drake.
Yep, I am seeing it now.
That's game.
Yeah, that is game.
I mean, unless...
I mean, Rootborn Defenses isn't going to save him here. Yeah, if he just goes for it and just says, Nivix Guild Mage, get in there.
He can even attack with the Judges Familiar if he wants.
Sure.
Unblockable.
Yo.
Flying.
Yo.
Unblockable, flying, attack with everything.
He's leaving,
except for the Judges.
He's leaving the Judges Familiar home. He's making the lethal attack.
That is rude shit.
Sorry, I apologize.
A shaking hand.
But yeah, you got it.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, you either have the fog or you don't, right?
No, well. I could add something else, right?
I think it's only the fog.
What, Silesia Charm's not going to cut it?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. But I don't have it.
But I don't have it. Okay. All right, so, it's a common thing that, you'll try to figure out what's possible for your opponent to have in a given situation.
What else did you have?
And Alex forgot about a card, Celestia Charm, in addition to Druid's Deliverance, either of which would have kept Andre alive there.
Okay.
And then, populate that, a Survivor turn, and I attack you back, play Palisade Giant, go, and then I have 2 5/5s and stuff. That's what I was trying to do. Also, I figured maybe you'd be more scared. I figured the play wasn't that bad because you had no idea what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, man, because as it was on board, I'd go to 1.
So it looks like
if you just attack with the 3
Jarvis,
flyers, I'll block your 2/1.
John
and I'll try
Cavalier
you
playing
defenses.
here.
I guess you'll counter it, so then I'll go to 2. I'll lose my guy.
All right, and that's Jarvis U. And so we're going to game, this is game 3 here, I believe.
It looks like Jarvis U has unleashed a Rakdos Cackler, followed it up with a Rakdos Shred Freak, And there's a Centaur Herald in play with 3 mana.
This is a classic situation that I've seen a lot of times where it's a quick start for the Rakdos deck, but once a 3/3 enters the battlefield, like it's a stop sign.
And Jarvis could not attack there.
Yeah.
He played his Is it Guildgate and did not attack, said go.
It's like a 3-color deck here for John. He's going to play an Ogre Jailbreaker, another very good defensive spell in this situation.
That, Jarvis's creatures cannot possibly imagine getting through.
That's right.
But we're gonna
go.
Plays.
Pass. God, Value Town over there. A mythic and a rare in your deck.
Plays a Slum Reaper. So they both sacrifice a creature.
They both have to sack a creature. Jarvis says bye-bye to his Rakdos Cackler, and he's following up with the Mercurial Chemister here.
Which is the splash blue.
Yep.
You and I are talking about this. One of the things, I feel like sometimes a lot of the Izzet cards want to be in Rakdos. Chemister is a fantastic card in that deck.
Yeah, it is, and he's not going to get to untap with it this time. It's an Assassin Strike. He's going to discard a Mountain, but he's also got 2 Rakdos Rage Mutts in his hand, and if you notice, the land he played last turn was Rogue's Passage.
Yeah. It's a card I asked you about the other day. How often do you play that? Do you like that card? You said, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Yep. I feel like the amount of benefit you get from just taking a colorless man. Remember, I'm trying to play guilds. Like, I'm not doing a whole lot of splashing at this point, so I can usually afford it.
I probably didn't attack my guy last turn.
All right, Jarvis is thinking, although he's got his own Ogre Jailbreaker here as well. And
post-combat Rage Mutt.
Yeah, he just wanted to trade off first because the Rage Mutts are never getting through otherwise.
Sure.
6 mana for Necropolis Regent. Oh, man, that thing is going to end this game very, very quickly if Jarvis cannot do something about it. Although I see he's drawn a Pursuit of Flight, and he does have, again, that Is it Guildgate there is going to enable him to actually activate it, and he now has blocks so that he can... Oh, he's just going to attack anyway.
The Regent is flying, so it has to just... He's saying, you know, do you want to block my guy? Let me gain 5.
Hard for you.
Yeah, but you don't want to take a hit from the Regent. I guess
Jarvis I see. You're saying keep it back.
Yeah, just give it flying and then block it. But maybe Jarvis has a plan of just racing him. I mean, the Regent becomes a 12-11 if it hits you once. Like, I mean, I'm not saying you can't race it. Jarvis will have, he will have gained 5 life here, and he'll potentially gain 8 life next turn, depending on how things go. So, well, it's a line. Certainly a plan you could take here. But geez, 12 and then it doubles again. So like you can basically, if you take 2 hits from the Regent, you're dead. Or the 3rd hit will kill you usually.
Yeah.
Just by itself.
2nd hit's not pleasant.
No. He says take it.
25.
Yep. So Jarvis goes up to 25. The Rage Mutt has lifelink.
That's right. And let's see. John's got Avenging Arrow, which is going to do some serious work in this particular game, as long as he can cast it, and he can. He's also got a Jailbreaker and a Corpsejack Menace, plus an Azorius Justiciar. I think he's probably going to just attack.
19.
He cannot play the Justiciar, so I think he's just going to
maybe... Doesn't he have a green-white... Oh, it's a Golgari, not farm.
The what?
Golgari.
Oh, the Guildgate there?
Guildgate up top.
I believe... Oh, no, you know what? That's an Overgrown too.
Oh, it's just an Overgrown too.
Just good old-fashioned Overgrown.
Combat.
Yeah.
All right, so he goes to combat, and John is going to take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, putting him to 1. And he does go to 1.
Gain 8. 27-1.
This is going to be a close one, but the Avenging Arrow is going to take out the bigger of the Rage Mutts, and then especially if John can draw a white mana source that's untapped here, he can really just take over, because again, that Regent's going to take over
Rogue's
quickly.
Passage is going to kill you, though.
Yeah, I needed to draw planes there. If I drew planes, I think I won.
And we were just mentioning that on here. He says, I needed to draw planes there, but there's a Rogue's Passage out there, and Jarvis even just tells him, I think Rogue's Passage is just going to kill you.
Yeah, you got it.
And he does, in fact, concede because of Rogue's Passage.
Yeah, if you have planes, you probably win.
Yeah.
So Jarvis U wins 2-1.
Yeah, I need to draw either
so Jarvis takes it down and is able to just race in Necropolis region, which is a small feat.
Cast.
And then I don't know if any other matches are still
so
ongoing.
You've been dead that turn.
Yeah.
I just draw lands.
We hear a little post-match chatter from the players here.
Some high fives.
Hope you robot people.
Me as well.
Well, I'm going to be Junding people. My average Jund deck.
We're going to be headed into the modern round, and he says, I hope you robot people. And he says, you too. But he's actually going to be, hi, welcome back to the booth. Marshall Sutcliffe, that's Brian David Marshall. So that was it for the second draft and the final draft here at Pro Tour Return to Ravnica. Modern's sweet.
Modern
is like my favorite constructed format.
But I just, you know, I enjoy sitting here talking with you about draft.
Yeah. And we got to see a lot of sweet stuff. And one of the things that we saw was a lot of Is It.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and that's been, both you and I have talked about Is It a lot off the air.
Because it's the big question mark.
We just, I mean, I feel like I still don't understand it fully. I fully don't understand how to reliably get an Is It deck that is going to be successful for me.
Yeah, and I'm not quite sure. Once I know, I will let you know first.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, but I think that one of the things that I've seen of the successful Is It deck so far is the big hit factor.
Yep.
Being able to hit for huge with a Bloodfray Giant with the Pursuit of Flight on it, or a Teleportal with some high power guys like Cobble Brutes or Bloodfray Giants. You know, things like Gorehouse Chainwalkers with Pursuit of Flight on them. Just getting those guys into the red zone twice.
Rashad's been really big on the Stealer Secrets with Pursuit of Flight on them.
Yeah, Rashad took Pursuit of Flight third in a draft that we did on the side, and he said he would have taken it higher.
Not third in a pack, third.
All right, we're being told that they are ready over at the news desk for us. So for Brian David Marshall, we're going to send it back over there, and yeah, we're going to be seeing Modern pretty soon.